In this lesson, we are looking at 3 ways to instantly sound better at the piano. So these are very simple little techniques that you can use, and you don't have to be an advanced player to start to benefit from them. So what we're doing is we're looking at if you've got basic chording skills. So you can play, the one, we call this the 1, 5, 6, 4. But basically what I'm saying is you can play, maybe root position chords. You can maybe sing along while you play, but you're getting kind of bored and you want to do more. And maybe you're singing along and you're accompanying yourself or you're composing, but you're kind of bored and you want to make things more interesting. So the first really simple thing you can do is try playing arpeggios. So what I mean is do this. Already it sounds like you have more skills, you have more energy, and all I did was take the chord notes, the 1, the 3, and the 5, used my 1, my 2, and my 3 fingers so that I could play the root note on top again and come back down. And so I'm just matching the root note in my left hand, and then I'm moving to the next chord, and this is how it sounds on the A minor, and you could do this in any key. This is just in C to make it easy. You could break these arpeggio feelings between the hands. And when you get fast, it sounds really cool. So there's lots of ways that you can use arpeggios to make your playing sound more advanced and interesting. The next thing is inversions, and sometimes we can get so overwhelmed by inversions, and if you've taken traditional piano lessons, you've had to do this whole inversion practice, and you may have wondered, why on earth am I doing this? Well, because inversions let you move between chords really smoothly and effortlessly, and they change how things sound in a big way. Watch, here's our root position 1, root position 5, root position 6, and root position 4. Now this is what it sounds like when I use inversions. This is the 1, C, this is G, sounds different. Here's our A minor, we could play it here, and we could play our F there. Now all of a sudden we have a completely different sound, but we played the same notes, just in different orders. So the best advice that I can give you when it comes to playing using inversions is to pick a starting point that makes sense. It's really simple. So I like to say start in root position. And then figure out your path, because there are so many options. Everybody asks me, should I play, if I'm C here, should I play my next chord G way up here, or should I play it here, or should I use an inversion? How do you pick? Take a moment and experiment with some sounds and pick what sounds good to you. If you start in root position, find the path of least resistance. I know G has a G, a B, and a D, so I'll keep this G and there's a B close by and there's a D close by. Ta-da! I am in a first inversion G chord. Now, if I'm a new player, maybe it'll be easier for me to choose a root position for my next chord. I've done a root and an inversion. Here's a root position A minor. Now let's see what's the easiest way to get to F. F has F, A, and C. I've got A and C already. So I'm gonna take my 5 finger, bop it up, swap my 3 for my 2, and ta-da, I'm playing an F chord. And then stick with that. If that's your progression, get really comfortable with that using inversions. And once you do, you can use some of the tricks we worked on in the first tip to mix up the notes of your chord. So this isn't exactly an arpeggio, but it's kind of that idea, is where you're not playing them all at once. You can break the notes up and play them in different patterns. Suddenly, you sound more advanced. Maybe you play them up high for totally different sound. So pick a pattern, break those notes up, and you'll be amazed at how much better it can make you sound, how much more confident and knowledgeable at the piano. So the final tip I have for you is to use slash chords. And these are one of my favorite tools, especially when I'm trying to get out of a rut in terms of chord progressions, because if you play long enough, you begin to realize that it's the same chords over and over in different orders. And if you're wanting to be creative, you want to find ways to make those things stand out and feel a little different. So slash chords, basically if you've ever seen a chord chart, you'll see G/B. What that means is you've got a chord, G for example, and instead of playing G in the root, I'm going to choose a different one of those chord tones to play in the root. So I'm going to use, it's usually the third, I'm going to use the B instead. Watch here how this sounds different. Normal G, G/B. Suddenly there's this magical lift and it sounds so good. So practice using some of the other chord tones in the bass. G with a G, G with a B, G with a D. So what you play in the bass can highlight things differently and really change and make your chord progression sound different. So if this is our C normal, or G, our A minor, and our F, let's try C/E. I'll put the third in the bass. It's really pretty. Let's try G with B in the bass. Let's try A minor with the fifth in the bass. And then F with the third in the bass. So you might not use that every time, but you should experiment with it because it's a really, really good tool. So there you go. 3 tips to sound instantly better at the piano. Comment below and let me know which of these was your favorite, and have fun practicing.